so elated that you are here. Yes, I said elated because I'm excited. I'm excited that you have come back to episode 9. You have already watched episode 1 through 8. I already know you have. I don't even have to question that because that's how y'all rock with me. Y'all rock with me like that. So you have watched episode 1 through 9 and you, by this time, you've subscribed. I already know it. I'm not even going to. I am. If just by chance I'm wrong. If you have not subscribed, girl, do me a favor and go and hit the subscribe. Matter of fact, smash the subscribe button and give me a like and a comment. It's for the free. It's free, girl. It don't cost you a thing to rock with your girl every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We coming with these bangers. Don't even worry about it, girl. I got you. I got you. So today, what is today's video about? If you've already looked at the title, you already know. Today's video is going to be 5 tips for the entrepreneurial introvert. Yes, I said it right. Not the extrovert. We love y'all, but this ain't for y'all. This is for us introverts, us small group lovers, us, girl, I just need time to think. Is y'all going home yet? I don't really want to give that presentation to all 10,000 of y'all. I'm talking to those people. Where y'all at? Give me a like if that's you. If that's you, hit that like button. If that's you, comment.
It's me. It's me. It's me.
So without further ado, I'm not even going to ramble on and on because y'all already know. Y'all already know what this is about to be about. So let's get into it. Let's get into the video. Okay, so starting with tip number 1, and I wrote down the tips on my notepad, and I'm going to be, if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going over my notes with you guys. And tip number 1, first of all, introversion. What is that? Introversion doesn't necessarily mean shy. Yes, fat being, some of us is shy. But introversion doesn't necessarily mean that you're shy. It could simply mean that you don't like large groups. You can't deal with being in crowds. You can't think in large crowds. So you prefer to be away from people. So, number 1. What is number 1? Maximize your leadership potential as an introvert. So what does that mean? So being that some introverts are more prone to running their business by themselves, us introverts kind of grow and thrive off of advice from others. So example, I run my business. I have a brick and mortar. I run my business and it seems as though my business is thriving. Not it seems as though, my business is thriving and surviving in these streets. But my business is surviving because I am more prone, being an introvert, I'm more prone to listen to the concerns of my employees, which helps me internalize it, then which helps me to grow from their concerns, from their advice, from getting database from customers. Whereas the extrovert, not to put a negative stigma on extroverts, but most extroverts I've seen, and also an article that I've read, are more prone to, I got this. I don't need your help. Do as I say, and that's that. So they don't typically make good bosses. Not typically.
Don't shoot the messenger.
I'm just saying, introverts are more prone to be excellent bosses, employers than extroverts are. I'm gonna just move on to number two. Consider an extroverted partner. Cool. So I have a few friends that are very outspoken, that are very articulate, that are very bold. And not to say that the introvert isn't, but we kind of tend to thrive kind of behind the scenes. Whereas if you are good at doing presentations and if you're good at presenting our proposals, then I would most definitely choose the extrovert than an introvert. Because I might freeze up and go into a frantic, whereas the extrovert is about their life and is really willing and ready to tackle that task because that's their strong suit, whereas that's not my strong suit to give proposals and such. So if I were you, introverts, I would consider bringing in a partner that's not an introvert but is an extrovert, and that is that strength for you and your company. So that's number 2. Number 3, this is one that I absolutely love. Schedule one-on-one meetings. This is where I come in, the introvert. I am all for scheduling one-on-ones with my potential clients because there I'm not in front of a whole bunch of people. I don't have to, I'm more relaxed, I'm more settled. I usually tend to go for coffee shops. Coffee shops create that, and dim coffee shops, because it creates a mood for me. It creates a vibe, a very comfortable vibe, and I don't feel like there's a whole lot going on. I can't be in settings where there's a lot of things happening around me because it kind of throws my thinking off. I have to be in an environment that's conducive to my condition. I wouldn't say condition, my personality trait, if you will. So being an introvert is my personality trait, and finding ways that will suit that trait helps me thrive, helps me grow, helps me be a better employer, boss. I just spoke that thing, you heard it. I said employer.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
So yeah, scheduling one-on-one meetings or small groups that you can talk to, maybe 2 to 3 people will I live by the road. But talking to 2 to 3 people will most definitely help you, being that you are an introvert. All right, number 4. Number 4, self-promote like an introvert. So what this is essentially saying, promote your business in ways that accommodate your skill set. So like I just said in step 3, whenever I want to bring up a proposal to a potential client, I will go for a setting that's very calm to me. So Starbucks is very calm to me. Different coffee shops, there's plenty of coffee shops around that has that very vibey setting that just makes you feel confident. I don't know, just try it. And it works for me. So I'm more than positive that if you're like me and you need a setting that's not so busy, then that's the setting to go for you. So self-promote in ways that accommodate your skill set. And also, not just that, but PowerPoint. I'm going to say thrive a lot in this video. So yeah, I thrive in doing PowerPoint presentations because it allows me to be creative, and I get very excited whenever I am talking about something that I've created. So it's easier for me to engage and talk to people whenever it's something that I created. So creating PowerPoint presentations or social media campaigns, whenever I'm presenting that social media campaign, it's easy for me. It's easier for me. So this is something that's very left field, but using a podium if I'm doing a presentation also helps me. It accommodates to my skills. If I'm presenting to a potential client if I'm presenting a promo video idea, then having that podium in front of me oddly and strangely helps me feel calm. So I'm using it to my advantage. I'm using that podium to my advantage, so that it will help me to promote my skill set. So that's number 4. Number 5 is so important. It's so important to me. Whew. Recharge through alone time. So, quick story time. I recently opened started a group on Facebook called Hey Girl. And in that group, I posted a status that I wanted to have a meet and greet. I kind of got ahead of myself, not realizing that, okay, girl, at this meet and greet, it's not going to just be you and 2 more people. Because I can do 2 to 3. I can do 4 people max. Max. So it's not going to be 3 or 4 people. It's going to be you and whomever else. Which ended up being about 7, I think it was about 7 to 8 women. And at first I was very, bubbly, but when we got to go into different places that there were a lot of people there, I started to shrink. I kind of got quiet. And before you know it, I was sitting there just eating my food like I was the only one at the table. When I was the host, girl, I was the host. But you know what kind of helped me in that situation? Taking a break and going to the restroom to collect my thoughts. It's so important for introverts to get to a place, especially when you're around a lot of people. And I don't know if you guys know anything about Raleigh, North Carolina, but it could be a bit oversaturated at times in the downtown area. And that's essentially where we were. And I thought I was going to lose it inwardly. No one knew. No one knew. Because I'm so good at playing that I've been like this my whole life. So no one knew, but I had to go and I kept wandering off because I had to get to a quiet place. And that's how we are. That's how we are. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be that person where, okay, I've had enough action for now. I need to get away and get quiet and recharge so that I won't, 1, have a panic attack, 2, shut down from people and completely check out. So it's important that you get to yourself, girl. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. But yes, that is tip number 5. It's tip number 5, girl. And I hope and pray that I helped you guys in some way, form, or fashion. If you have more tips to add to this, please leave them in the comments down below. Leave them in the comments down below, and I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to add this to my list. All right, so without that, girl, I thank y'all for joining me on this journey. We are on episode 9. That is crazy, coming from someone that's usually like, if this don't seem like it's working for me, let's move on. But the key in this season, come here, consistency. How you gonna see the growth if you're not consistent? How you gonna see the growth if you don't keep going? So keep going. That would be my little tidbit for the ending of this video. And whatever you're doing, keep going. I just want to add that. That's not even it has nothing to do with this, but I feel led to say that. Keep going, and with whatever you're doing, keep going. Don't stop, but place God at the top of it, because that's what's going to keep it going. That's what's going to make it thrive. That's what's going to make it successful, is you putting God at the head of it, listening to his counsel, and you won't go wrong. He won't lead you astray. I promise you. I'm learning to place him at the front of my business, at the front of whatever I do, at the front of my creativity. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next episode.